Hi, my name is Tasha Sherman, and I'm just going to kind of go over the overview of the company and go through some of the things that we initially saw when we first started the process of coming up with an organizational development strategy. So his contractors, when we first gained access to them, we were really excited about having such great access through one of our group members into a company that's been established since 1978. So that immediately told us that this company had a longevity and had been functioning and had been profiting for quite some time. So we thought that it would provide a great depth of understanding for us as organizational development specialists. When we first got into the organization, we discovered that the organization was run by a couple, a husband and wife, Pat and Teresa. So when we met them, they were very open, they were very transparent about their business and the way that they wanted it to operate and to run. It had been in the family for some time, and these were all dynamics that played into the functionality of the business. The organization is structured in a manner that is very, very clear cut because it's such a small organization. So you have two co-owners, Pat and Teresa. Beneath them, you have your administrator and your superintendent. And then from there, you had six contractors. And then from there, you had outsourced contractors for things like electricity and HVAC systems and things of that nature. With the company being run by a family or a husband and wife, that dynamic trickled into the entire organization. So everyone who works there feels like family, and they're treated like family consequently. But that also became an issue because rather than being able to address issues within the organization or failures or responsibility failures, they were constantly having to ride the line of hurting someone's feelings or being concerned about someone's feelings because of a family relationship rather than prioritizing the business process or the business responsibilities. So we knew that the husband and wife dynamic was going to set up a lot to be able to look into as to what was causing some of the lack of progression in the company. From there, we looked at how the company was structured. It's structured as an LLC, which makes it very, very easy to manage in terms of your business insurance and things of that nature. So we didn't really see much there that we needed to intervene on. Some of the main issues in this organization were really communicative and structurally negligent. There was an issue between the husband and wife where the wife, who's also a co-owner, I remind you, felt as though the secretary or the administrative assistant was not up to par. And because of that, it was affecting the business because her husband, who did not want to hurt her feelings or fire her because of the family relationship within the business, was taking on more responsibility. And of course, with the owner taking on more responsibility, that was affecting the balance of productivity within the organization. So here we had a dynamic within the design component of an open systems model that was directly affecting the output of scheduling, of outsourcing, of administrative duties that all help to keep the business running. The owner was very transparent about not really developing a formal written standard of short-term goals or long-term goals. He really just wanted to focus on being ethically sound, on providing a beautiful, beautiful balance of work and family to all of his clients and all of the people that they serve in the community. So immediately we knew that this is something that's going to have to adapt with the changing times. This is no longer just a mom and pop establishment. This is an establishment that's been around for many years and that desires to be around for many years. And so we knew that they needed to have some type of formal structuring done. So our presenting problems when we first decided to take on this organization were the lack or perceived failure of business structures and processes just because they hadn't been updated since 1978, as well as the frequency in administrative errors, and that's where that balance of the secretary not doing her job and the co-owner wife wanting to fire her and the co-owner husband not wanting to because of the family dynamic, as well as just an unbalanced work distribution. So those were our initial things that we saw, and as we began to dig more into the company, there were more and more that came up that you'll see in our diagnosis and our intervention efforts. So hang in there.